Hey guys, it is Binks from Binks House. Today I wanted to go over how I have over 45 animals, 24 enclosures in a 2-bedroom, 110-year-old house. Let's start with my betas. I keep them all together because I have more outlets in my kitchen than I do anywhere else in the house. That is because they remodeled the kitchen and added extra outlets when in the original house it only had 1 to 2 outlets per room. This is my hospice tank. This is a cichlid who's been a little under the weather. Here's my Pac-Man frog. He doesn't do a ton. Let's see if we can get him out. Hey, bud. Here are the axolotls. I call them that because they were babies when I got them as opposed to the other ones, which were a little bit bigger. Here are my side necks. Here's one, Pam, and Elliot. Again, these two also live in the kitchen. Here are my big axolotls. There are 4 of them in there. They again live in the kitchen. This is my Russian tortoise, Olive. She is about 5 years old. And she is a pretty girl. All right, we've moved on to the living room. This is my salamander that I'm sure you've seen try to eat me in several of my shorts. These are the morning geckos. They're actually pretty hard to find in here. They're very small. There are kind of a lot of them in here because they reproduce parthenogically, which means they don't need a male. They just need themselves. So as you can guess, the numbers go up pretty fast. This beauty here is my Euromastix, Una. She's a pretty girl. She's a little bit harder to keep because her basking area has to stay over 110 degrees. So she needs it pretty hot in here. This is my Tetra tank and my snail tank. There's an angelfish in there as well. These fish live in my living room. This is my map turtle, Franklin. He likes to bask up on his little platform up there. He has a couple other fish in here, including a brashear, but you probably won't see them right now. This is my bearded dragon, Daryl. I'll open it up so you can see her a little bit better. She is shedding right now. I did have the window open for her, but you couldn't see her, so I'll open that back up for her once we're done filming. She is about 3 years old. Now we're in the pet room, and I'm going to start with my 2 chameleons. This one over here is down on the bottom, looking for some treats. Smorty. And this one over here is Danny. Hello, guys. They're also kind of tricky because they have to have constant humidity. Again, really tricky to do in a Minnesota winter where it gets very dry, but we managed to do it. Here you have my redfoot tortoise, Ember. I actually don't know if Ember is a male or a female yet. She's just getting to be the size where you can sex her. She will be my biggest tortoise and live the longest of the 3 tortoises that I have. She loves dandelions and mealworms. This is my big turtle tank. I had to get a little creative as they do not make large tanks for turtles once they get past a certain size. Here's my red-haired slider, Corey. And there's a painted turtle. His name is Mittens. Oh, coming up. It's trying to come up is Scott. She's a yellow belly slider. She's the biggest in here. They do use all of these little ramps to get around and sit on their basking platform. There are a couple plecos in there too that help keep the bottom clean. Mittens, though he is small, is 11 years old. He is a male and he loves living with the ladies. This is my cat, Rita. I found her in a parking lot at a Mexican restaurant on my birthday. Here is my pretty Pomeranian, Alice. Yes, she's 6 years old, and she is very, very pretty, as I said. Who's pretty? This is Zachary. Technically, he's not in the house, but he was just playing in the sprinkler, so he's adorable and wet. This is my cat, Dale. He actually came out of a little drain pipe at my work. This is our little sling tarantula. You can barely see him down there. It's just a little guy. This is Andykins. He is a handsome boy. He's like some sort of Chihuahua mutt mix. He's 11. This is Kirby and Karen, my chinchillas. They're mother and son. These are my stick bugs. I built this little house for them. I actually breed them and trade them to the pet store for other pet supplies, such as crickets and mealworms. Here's what the sticks look like when they're little, just born. You can barely see them. It takes several molts for them to get to the size of the other ones. This is actually my stick nursery. This is where the eggs are, so every once in a while when I open it, I find babies. This is my cat, Gina. Kitty, kitty, kitty. She's a bit of a weirdo. This is Wally Bear. He's 8 years old. He's diabetic, but he's doing good. Hi, Wally. He's so handsome. And last but not least, this is my Greek tortoise, Nathan. He is the oldest pet I have in my house. He is 19 years old. Hi, buddy. He does cruise up his ramp every night and take a little snooze. Well, he's the last of them. Hope you enjoyed watching my channel. Please like and subscribe.